Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane. The one, the only, master of propaganda, except no substitutes. Your defender of the fatherland here, Reich. Off here to a 1v1 on Faymonville Approach in the north is the Angry Dutchman, angriest of the Dutchmen, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland here with the 1st Panzerdivision featuring Jaeger Infantry, Lightning War and Spearhead. In the south it is Markov, fighting for the Red Army, the Soviet Union, Comrade Stalin and the 3rd Guards Mechanized Corps here with Guard Mortar, Shock Rifle and Urban Defense. And a very big thanks to Iron Fist for donating and supporting the Propagandacast with his hard-earned money. Big thanks to Iron Fist, and of course a very big thanks to my paid supporters, Champions and Heroes, one and all, and certainly part of my company heroes. Also supporting me on a monthly basis. Other people can join the heroic example by pledging on Patreon, or they can do like Iron Fist and donate via PayPal. Links in the description. Finding, commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing also helps me out there, gets the video out to more people by, the magic of the YouTube algorithms. So, Grenadiers MG4 2 versus double engineers, double conscripts. Markov here, of course, aiming for some sort of call in infantry. Magic big question is, will it go for the commander 95% also a place will choose for? Got motor, at least at this level. Shock rifle, or will he surprise us with urban defense? Well, admittedly, anything out of Gat motor at this point is a surprise. Grenadiers MG4 in the centre here, as you can see, the Markov is trying to sort of drive Wits into Angry Dutchman centre here with some early disruption, but the Angry Dutchman is angrily having none of this. In the south here, and using up, they got here Angry Dutchman's Pawnees busy with the sandbags barbed wire here by the southern field point, looking to ensconce it, fortified against any Marxist assaults here. But there you go, Markov up maneuvering here. 3rd conscript there for Markov and the Red Army. 2nd Grenadier squad here for the Angry Dutchman and the German Army. MG4 controlled up here. Not necessarily the best position to honestly be set up here, but at least keeps them up from pushing through the building there. Pawnees going to deal with that, but at the same time, in the south, Indonesian around there. It's going to force him to send troops down there, get the machine gun pointed down there, or he's going to risk losing the field point here to Markov already, who meanwhile is just gobbling up the northern half of the map. With no real intercession here by the Angry Dutchman. Let's just ignore that. MD14 units, there you go. Conscript flanking in here. 3rd Grenadier on the way there for the Angry Dutchman. Contra them being shot to bits here by the Grenadiers. Likely to be buried in that ditch here. Contra there back into the building. Machinery positioning once more. But still, the damage has been done here to Angry Dutchman's economy. However smaller temporarily, it has been done. Meanwhile, in the centre, Grenadiers being overwhelmed. TS Marker pours in more troops here versus the Angry Dutchman. Constantly being shot to bits here. Both sides, we've got MD14 on one side, Pawnees on the other. Both doors are covered with high volumes of lead. Engineers flanking the MD42. 3rd Grenadier squad with the 1st one again then. Those two guys are still spinning around there. I would really like to know what is kind of weird physics bugs that causes it at this point. At least it's not as disruptive as the gravitational anomaly, where just like everything would just, be off towards a point off map, like just all the corpses, all like the debris and all that, which would increasingly just lag down the computer. So, but still, this is just silly. Anyways, rushing in for the machine gun is rushing in there to deny it right here in front of Markov's men, but still the damage has been done here to Angry Dutchman. You need to treat the Grenadier squad before it's too late here. That will slow him down, and that is also then, of course, 390 or so, almost 100 manpower they need to spend on reinforcements already. They at least didn't lose the machine gun, but it does slow down the Angry Dutchman. Ultimately, Markov, in a surprise for no one, goes for Gat Motor. It is by far the most popular 3rd commander at the higher levels, as it is just really, really good. Featuring T-35s, heavy mortars, Guards Rifle Infantry, vehicle crew repair training, and marked vehicle engineers flanking in there. They're still spinning. They've at least been spinning for like a minute now. But they're going engineer, caught here by the Pawnees and the Grenadiers. Grenadiers trying to deal as well. Then MG42 getting flanked here on both sides here. Definitely raw spot there for the Angry Dutchman. Need to take up and I think bring something a bit more punch here versus Markov. Could get the engineers right. That certainly helped Angry Dutchman beat him, since it's a flamethrower team, which is quite the threat there to German infantry. Contra the routed here by the Angry Dutchman men. And we do get ultimately Jaeger infantry from the Angry Dutchman, featuring ambush training, Jaeger light infantry upgrades, Jaeger command squads, which you need to call a squad they off because they are 5-man Grenadier squad with 3 G43 stable to them, and they get ambush training. So it's a really good deal for just 300 manpower. Really good deal. They even get access to flares, though. Most players, in the Wehrmacht at least, tend to very, very rarely make use of the flare ability. That is quite good. That said, I think you should consider adding in some more D3 here versus Markov's infantry, as it will help convince the short mid-range, but also allow him to have a better chance at hunting down enemy troops and finishing them off. Still, Markov continues to enjoy strong map control here versus the angry Dutch. He's just been forced on the defensive so much here versus Markov. He's just been starting to break out of this just iron stranglehold here that Markov so far is going here versus the angry Dutch in the early game. Small chance of wipe here, men dropping dead. So close there. I think could have tried sprinting in there to catch up with him, getting a slightly increased chance, but guess he didn't think that was worth it. Moving up machine gun here as well, going for the cover point there, but still needs to defend his fuel point, and crucially needs to put more pressure on Markov. I imagine he's going to have to take up his soon and push for some 2-2s. Meanwhile, we got Markov already racing it for the tank command, and I'm expecting an anti-aircraft traffic since he's just, again, so popular in the current Soviet metagame here, as it is quite potent there, and can definitely put some pressure on the Germans. Engineers around here by the Pioneers. Jaeger command towards the conscripts. Got the Gunners saying Northwards, looking to extend his presence here versus Markov a bit. Plus, I mean, you can just get the half-track out faster compared to the T-70. Plus, with the half-track, he preserves fuel for, say, a faster tank as well there. So, there's a lot of arguments here for just going for the fast anti-aircraft attack versus angry Dutchman right now. Almost got the tech down there. No sign of upgrades for the Grenadiers. I mean, we'll have to see. Could still, of course, go for the T-70. It's not like it's completely vanished from the Soviet metagame, but it is slightly less popular. In the heat center, we got conscripts that are being met by heavy fire here from angry Dutchman's angry machine gunners. Conscripts moving towards the center here as well. In the north, the Grenadier push is being slowly bogged down here by Markov's counterattacks here. The flamethrower engineers moving in there will definitely slow him down further. Needs to get the Pioneers back. I think get that light to make a nice company up. He needs, well, at this rate, pack 40s fast. But looks like Markov is, in fact, going straight for the T-70 here. Apparently he's at least a bit of conservative in that way. And again, the T-70 is also really good. I mean, it's not like the T-70 suddenly became bad. It's just, you know, people realized, hang on, the anti-aircraft half track is also really, really good. And there you go, landed a white P on Markov. Great kill there for the angry Dutchman. Definitely put some pressure off his shoulders and makes it a bit harder here for Markov to exert intense pressure as the angry Dutchman. That said, he will absolutely need an anti-tank gun. 100%. We do get some light machines up there, center grab by the MG42. Northern fuel pump exceeded by some of angry Dutchman's angry Grenadiers. We do have medics up here as well for Markov, but no grenades. T-70 light tank has arrived to the front line, equipped with a 45mm gun, which is fairly much the standard for a lot of the Soviet early war tanks. Grab Northern point here. Machine gun ready around the center. No ambush camouflage there. Like to make a nice company up. Bang as well there for the angry Dutchman. T-70 rolling here straight there. Could try and pop the incendiary up his round here, but there you go. On the flank engineers versus the Jaeger command squad. Jürgen there drops dead. And up north here going to be engaged here, but still, once he sort of managed to break that first wave, that he was finally able to get more map control here versus Markov. But Markov, of course, is not going to give it up. So there you go, incendiary piercing rounds. Definitely good versus the infantry head-on, but even like the T-70 can take some damage. That said, the problem is it's down to 2 men low health, and crucially, it's not even heavy cover. So he has to retreat there. Jaeger command squad also retreating. He's taking no chances. Bit short on the manpower though for the Pack 40, but he has to go for the Pack 40 versus the T-70. He could try for multiple armoured cars, but the thing is, with Faymonville Approach, it's not a great map for like multiple armoured cars. It is not a great map at all. Plus, that being that bank also upgradable here with some medics. There we go, Sanitator. But still, as all of this downtime is happening for the angry Dutchman, Markov is rushing in. They're gaining control of the map there with really no resistance here from the angry Dutchman. So definitely great for Markov right now. Definitely helps make up for the loss of that conscript squad. And of course, further after this by calling in the Guards Rifle Infantry, adding in the DP light machine guns. So, rough spot here for the angry Dutchman. We'll need to do some heavy lifting here versus Markov to turn this around. T-70 there. Pack 4 Lance Grid and the T-70 punches cleanly through the frontal armor there of the Soviet light tank. Got Pioneers saying Northwards there. Pack 40 moving in. Southern Fuel claimed by Markov and the Red Army. North the engineers screaming about. They do see any mines here for Markov? No. He decides that the fascists are not worthy of mines, I guess. Fix up the T-70 light tank again. Troops reinforcing healing. Got some upgrades there. But he needs to get those fuel points back before Markov just, you know, starts churning out a near infinite number of T-35s or even 76s, because once that happens, things are going to get really tough if the Dutchman versus Markov. Mark my words, it's going to get really tough. Back for them in the sandbags up north here, we got the Pioneers right here with the conscripts. Back here at base, nothing further transpiring for the angriest of angry Dutchmen. But yeah, he's focusing more on the north now, probably thinking he's going to get more easily bogged down the south. Mine goes off for the Grenadiers there, so we actually do have mines here for Markov. Thumbs up to him there, and of course from Angry Dutch, imagine that's going to be a thumbs down or a more rude gesture. Hey, mortar here for Markov, further adding pressure to the Angry Dutchman, making it hard for him to attack or defend, as the mortar can easily quickly deliver heavy damage there onto the Angry Dutchman's men. Plus, he can set it up fairly well in cyberspace, just cover a good portion of the map, and it's fairly difficult to kill since it's a 5-man crew. But also, you know, it has this really strange quirk where, like, every other mortar has, is animated with 2 crew members. The heavy mortar, for whatever bizarre reasons, is only animated with 1 guy. So that makes the heavy mortar much harder to deal with. Is actually the reason they end up removing 1 crew member, though the reality still remains it requires just 1 guy to operate. So it ends up still being fairly tough to deal with. Yeah, Command's going northwards here, quickly retreating there. Tech for the Angry Dutchman, he knows it's going to come down to the Panzers. Very good move there by the Angry Dutchman, but he needs to get down the fuel point there. Preferably both, but at least one of them. Otherwise, again, he's not going to be able to get out those tanks faster than Markov, at which point Angry Dutchman will be in for hurt, world of socialist hurt. Heading southwards again, then we got mines to proceed just in case Markov has been mining up here, which he hasn't. Heavy mortar there, of course. The Soviet HM38 heavy mortar was actually quite popular even with the Axis forces. They would straight up copy the heavy mortar and start producing their own themselves in the German army. It was known as the, I believe, Granatmeer for 43. It was just a straight up copy of this one. So, fun fact there. Fun fact. And in fact, I think several of the other Axis forces also there, I believe the Hungarians and maybe the Romanians also straight up copied it and made their, you know, just used it as well that way. So, fun fact there. There's something snap at the T7 on the flank, pack probably turning around a bit too slow. We got the Grenadiers, the MG4 to attempt the north hit, T7 falling back here, Engineers, and could get a wipe in the Engineers, that's very helpfully for the Angry Dutch, but no. Oh, he does get the wipe. That's another blow there to Markov, in particular since that was his flamethrower team. Means Angry Dutchman will be slightly less flammable going forwards, which is good for him. But certainly for Markov means, you know, 1 less unit to lay down mines with, 1 less unit to repair stuff, and 1 less unit to burn Germans with. So there's definitely, I think, a significant win in just wiping out the Engineers here for the Angry Dutchman. A significant win. So we can see that in here, Markov now is blocking up the fuel pump being grabbed the fleece while we've got the Sun Victim. We can see up north though, flanking up behind, he diving right past the front line, hitting the machine on the side there, very good there. Could get the T7 if you can get the Pack 40 moving here. Hey, mortar at the ready. And he gets the T70. An excellent kill here for the Angry Dutchman. That combined with the Nisi definitely means there's a good chance now for Angry Dutchman to stage a much more efficient comeback versus Markov, and putting it out some armor fast here versus the Soviets. Still, the Guardsman has a significant effect, and of course the heavy mortar remains a potential headache at any point of this match. Though so far, Markov doesn't seem to be using the barrel arch ability a lot, which is great for the Angry Dutchman and the German army. Field gun away there for Markov. Obviously at this point, figuring he's probably going to be the receiving end of some German panzers soon, so getting in a field gun to help counter that is a very judicious move. Grabbing the southern point with the Pioneers, launching a small raid force here to hit the southern fuel point again. Makes a lot of sense, obviously. But he needs to get up to Pommel Corps and then push for probably not a fast flak panzer at this rate, but he probably could get away with it actually when you think about it a bit. But I was just a Panther 4 here. Pioneers, they're retreating, southern fuel point claimed, and alongside the victory point here. Machine remains fairly static up here. Not such you can actually see much due to the shrubbery here though, and that's certainly one thing that can also be it's difficult to tell with communists, like, you know, where can your machine gun actually shoot. Anyways, Glennie's bring up here. Grenade off here. Killing Otto and Wilhelm, but there we go, cover removed. And that's going to send the guards from there pushing back towards the base. They're rapidly Jaeger command for in hot pursuit. Samex here, heavy mortar there still added, but again, crucially, not a lot of actual barraging. He's relying on the heavy mortar to just shoot and get lucky with it, which obviously means a lot less management for him, but also means there's a good chance the heavy mortar ends up doing very little for a good portion of the match here. Rifling it off here. Does do some damage, but not enough to finish off the mortar crew. Digging in by the south here, not a major counterattack there. Counter there, push back. Centre could be seized here by Angry Dutchman. He's also heading troops northward, so Paul McCart there can then go for the Panther 4. Meanwhile, Markov has yet to take up, so. But he is bringing a heavy machine gun here, the Maxim. Field and crew there being sniped. Machine gun the centre victory point away from the Rush Soviets. And there you go, so Paul McCart up there. Can go for the Panther 4 immediately, and he does choose to do so. And there we go, Hey Mortar lands its first kill, wiping out almost the entire Jaeger command squad with a single 120mm high explosive shell or bomb. Machine gun, they need to be careful. Ooh, close one there in the MU-42. Very close call there for the Angry Dutchman. Panzer 4 is halfway done. 4 kills. He's also finally been using the mortar barrage ability. Down to the gun of the DSC. Up north, Pioneer sitting in there just checking for mines. Panzer 4 is almost done for the Angry Dutchman. Almost. Guardsman routed, in fact, almost wiped out here by Angry Dutchman's Angry Grenadiers. In the south, there's another sort of minor assault here on the fuel point there. Angry Dutchman Grenadiers are extended beyond their limits, are forced to retreat. Panther 4 goes here. Bit short nomination for that pinlock machine gun, but I think he really should add as soon as he could. Up north, that point's been claimed by the German army. Excellent work there for the Angry Dutchman, rifling the Maxim. Great shot there, but not enough though. Not enough. We've got the Haymortar joining as well there. Car takes a direct hit and apparently takes no physical or visual damage there, despite you taking a 120mm high explosive mortar bomb straight to the chest. But there you go. After that, he completely vanishes into thin air. Field gun there taking a nice hit. Got the air command towards the more heavy mortar. Panther shoots. Almost gets the conscripts. Almost got the field gun there. Back at Angry Dutchman's base. Nothing transpiring further. But there you go for the Markov. We do get the mechanized summer company here. That will very likely mean T-3035 soon then. Soonish. Still Angry Dutchman getting as much territory as he can. Very good. Should also consider some telemines. I'll also clear the opponent mines, obviously. Over some of the telemine around here could be an idea. Could be an idea. And this was the counter from the guardsman here. I think needs to retreat those grenadiers. We also got worth noting here. He's merged counters with the guard squad. Not bad idea. They did not clear up the mine there. That's fairly lucky there for Markov. Less lucky for the Angry Dutchman. Panther 4 dispatched northwards here for the German army. Jaeger command squad an ambush. Ace level 21 kills. They've done their part for Deutschland and earned themselves an Iron Cross second class. Angry Dutchman with a second pack 40. Obviously concerned about T-35s. I mean, no other commander has guardsmen and heavy mortars, so fairly obvious here to Angry Dutchman that Markov is going to go for T-35s, and he could just go for Stugs. But I'm guessing Angry Dutchman's not really interested in the Sturmgeschütz Ausführung here versus Markov. Worth noting, he did not actually reinforce he needs to speed up the production, so he's clearly wants to rush that tank as fast as possible when he can't even, like, you know, find himself sparing 42 manpower for the vet. So when are we getting a replacement? Eventually, when the tank hits. Oh, maybe. Oh. Anyways, T-3045 here for Markov and the Red Army. Panther 4 unloading high explosive shells into the midst of the Soviet infantry. One third of the way done there for Markov. And the same got Jaeger command with the knees and a mortar. Could try and rifle grenade wipe it, but again, I think that's going to be a bit tougher to pull off. Unless he gets very lucky, which he didn't. Panther 4 here, under fire from the field gun. The guardsman lacks a larger force here to pull through with. He could soon go for another Panther 4, at which point he could probably just crush Markov under his jackboot here. But we'll see if he actually does that. Panther 4 will sneak up again there. T-35 is almost done for Markov. Conscripts routed, sent packing, most of their comrades dead in the dirt and the mud. Okay, northwards here. Looks like he may have forgotten about the mine, but there you go. T-35 out there for Markov and the Red Army. Shoots and misses with this 85mm gun. A mortar fire there kills poor Ludwig. And a panic retreat there, possibly reaching the mine, could cost the entire squad there. And yup, a full wipe down Angry Dutchman. Excellent kill there from Markov. Certainly a painful moment there for the Angry Dutchman. Panzer IV, Pack 40 could move to finish it off. He gun his round to further assist here. Shoots and misses. Field gun though needs to be cleared up with the infantry so it doesn't engage the Panzer IV. We got Markov as well here. And we can see that I think Angry Dutchman is hesitating. Does he push in or does he pull out? Looks like in the end he does pull out. He doesn't try to finish it off. He is not willing to risk it and certainly can't quite follow for that one. Heavy mortar pulled to the front line here. Markov fearless in his approach versus Angry Dutchman and the Angry Germans with another Panzer IV there for the Angry Dutchman and the 1st Panzer Division. Finally's been suppressed with the Maxim machine gun. 2 kills of F-21. 2nd Panther IV there, roughly a third of the way done here for the Angry Dutchman. Heavy mortar they've been bombarded by the Panther IV. Fails to finish off down again. One man, he just gets away with it. Need to pull out the Panther IV, which he's finally adding the Penmart machine gun to as well. It took him a bit of while, I'd say, to get there, but he is finally doing it, though. He is finally doing it. Constantly northwards here for Markov. Back at base there. Panther IV is almost done. In the center, we got the MD-42 and the Pack 40 on watch for any advance here by Markov, and there we go. Double pack shots, though only one managed to hit the T-35 and penetrate his armor. In the center, an advance here into the MD-42 is met with violent bursts of MD-42 fire, which would likely force Markov to consider either artillery to blast out the machine gun, a smoke screen, or another path of attack. Up north here, comes their push back. Too many German infantrymen with too many guns. In the south here, alone, conscript squad being dispatched in, though not even at full strength. 2nd Panther IV ready, adding a Penmart MD-4 to that as well. And we got more pioneers for the Angry Dutchman. Thumbs up, very good there, excellent. Excellent even. Panther IV shoots, kills Constantine there. Got the field in the returning hit in the Panther IV, punches through frontal armor. Northern pumping seized here. Maximus the Panther IV shots bouncing off there. T-Fed coming in. Field gun gets a good hit as well. Panther IV is down to roughly a third of its health now. And without really doing too much here to Markov. So that's been pretty good here for Markov. He keeps up with the assault through the center, though no smoke screen to at least, I would say, partly support the attack and make it harder for Angry Dutchman to like get clean lines of fire in Markov's troops. But seemingly Markov is not a fan of smoke screens. Machine there close being hammered here by the heavy mortar, which is now at 2, 6 kills, barraging again, thumbs up. Whew, talk about lucky, he almost wiped it out there. But at the same time, Angry Dutchman at least avoided a wipe, so. Who was luckiest there, it's hard to say. Panther moving ahead here, halfway to death. You can soon go for a 3rd Panther versus Markov. But honestly, at this point, I think Angry Dutchman may also want to consider bringing in a mortar. Even if, of course, it won't be able to compete directly with heavy mortar, it can still provide him with crucial support like smoke screens to make it easier for the Angry Dutchman to attack Markov. So I think there's an excellent argument to be made there that you should consider a mortar. But he's likely just going to go for another Panther. Like, that's fine as well there. Markov, meanwhile, is closing in on a 2nd T-35. Also worth noting, Markov is floating an incredible amount of munitions, like 446. You'd figure he would maybe lay down some more mines at least. Roughing against the guardsman. There we go. In the end, though, that was a pretty weak grenade. Did some light damage, but it didn't even get a single kill there on Markov troops. Jaeger command got suppressed almost as they sort of get out of the arc of fire there of the Maxim. And very, very close to that 3rd Panzer IV. Meanwhile, Markov is also getting fairly close to that 2nd T-3045. That said, Angry Dutchman fuel control has been much better now, and again has ensured that he definitely brings up a significant tank lead over Markov here. So, good play there by Angry Dutchman, good play. T-34 heading northwards from the centre, but Angry Dutchman is quick to tie down and push it back towards the space instead. And we got to push towards the southern fuel point here. Panther Force being committed here. Moving in all of its armored forces to deal with this socialist infestation. Almost popping up one of Markov's conscripts, but at least taking out a building, I guess, almost in the process. Pushing through the centre right into the Pack 40s. We've got the Panther in as well. Field guns are ready. More field guns. They almost got the T-35 there. Panther Force diving in. The Carton is suppressed. T-35 looks like it's going to go away there. Panther Force diving off. The other Panther Force veering off as well there. Peeling off from the assault as he realises without a smoke screen, any further attempt to push head on there is going to end up poorly for him. And again, he has no mortars as his best close support source of smoke right now. It's basically the Model 24 smoke grenade on his Jaeger command squad. Which I'm sure some of you may realise is going to require him to get a bit close there to pop the smoke in the first place. So, Panther 4 that goes straight to the field guns, immediately down to half, in fact down to a third health. They're almost getting knocked out there. Graham Southern Point T, Gear Command Squad flanking in. Both Panther 4s were being dying repair C. And instead of going for the third Panther 4, he commits to Tier 4. Guessing maybe Sturmpanzer Panther versus Markov, but honestly I think just more Panther 4s right now would be the more salient option. I'm putting more pressure on the infantry and also deal with the tanks. Markov is in fact yet to go for a second T-35, which is a bit surprising. I mean, he has the resource, he couldn't go for the H5, but instead Markov is flooding resources. Perhaps he's trying to figure out what Angry Dutchman's next move is. Is he going to go for more Panther 4s, or is he playing that Tier 4? That could be sort of here what Markov is dealing with, or he's just, you know, completely absent-minded on the subject. I don't know. A Panther call though, right around the corner we built here for the Angry Dutchman, right around the corner. So what will it be here for the Angry Dutchman? What will it be? Meanwhile, we do get another T-35 from Markov and the Red Army. So he's still flooding an awful lot of munitions. Halfway to the east on that heavy mortar. So strike holding by the Angry Dutchman. 335 to 295. Heavy Panther squad there for the Angry Dutchman, the German army. Could be a Panther here. I mean, he has the resources more or less almost already. So the infantry advance in the centre here. Markov quick to advance. In the face of no real resistance here from Angry Dutchman, who's perhaps pulled it back a bit too far back here. And Markov is just committing almost everything he's got here towards the centre. He is pulling through, and there he goes. Second T-35 ready. Things are going to get a bit more dicey here for the Angry Dutchman, particularly uses his heavy mortar well here with some smoke screens. Up north, the Panther Force are going to try and deal here with any interlopers in the far north here. And meanwhile, Markov just commits more forces to the centre here, which could punish Angry Dutchman from moving up, separating his panzers like that. The Winston being hammered at conscript, almost wiped out by the Angry Dutchman. And there you go, he does get the right, putting him down. Just 2 infantry squads versus the Angry Dutchman. Angry Dutchman's not going for more tanks. He's not going for a Sturmpanzer even. He's going for a Panzerwerfer. He's going for artillery of his own. I'm not so sure the timing for this is the correct one. Panther being pushed back by the T-35. That set, these bunched up field guns could of course be a great targeting for the Panzerwerfer. And it is almost done here for the Angry Dutchman. It is almost done. Match simming a bit here. But only some light skirmishing around the centre here. Panzerwerfer right about the corner for the Angry Dutchman and the first Panzer Division. There we go. 10 rocket tubes they're mounted on the top. Bit of quantity back on the front lines. More conscripts with Markov. He could have gone for more guardsmen. Back in surprise he didn't go for more guardsmen. With more DP light machine gun. He's got plenty of munitions here to spare versus the Angry Dutchman. He definitely should be mining up a lot more too. That's just my perspective. Either way. Panzer them into the front line. We'll have to see what he decides to fire at. Another push here being met with Soviet resistance. North their point being claimed, Panther 4 remaining in reserve. Bit of a surprise, I imagine, there to try and bait in some of Markov's forces, then hit them with the Panther 4 on the south here. A few of them been claimed, then we got the Panther flying off here towards the centre. Going on Magni for the support. No, for the field guns. And almost wiped one of the crews, but in the end only got 3 kills here. Panther in the centre of the pack 4 to support versus the T-35. Counter rushing forward to T-4, Panther 4 pursuing here in the east. We got the T-35 there, ready to move again. Really wants that Panther 4 to fight, but he can't quite catch up with it, and so falls short of the desired goal. Panther 4 moving in there. We got 322 with 271. T-35 need repairs. 18 kills in that guard squad. Ace level. Betty 2 getting that T-35 there. Increasing its rate of fire, amongst other things. We got 322 with 270. Markov remains in the defense versus the Angry Dutchman. Really managed to turn the game around, I think, fairly well compared to that, like, you know, pretty brutal opening there from Markov. South, though. Could get a wipe here in the MD4 Twin Caesar turning against Angry Dutchman. That could be a massive problem here for the German player, even at this point in the game. Fight for the centre, north side remaining pretty much quiet for now. But that could of course change any moment in the blink of an eye. Hemlock firing down, pack crew cleared up, T-4 going forwards. Grabbing the pack forward in, we could see the Panther on top. We've got a Panther barrage off here from the Angry Dutchman. And the T-34 knocks it out. It's abandoned only though, but still that's a huge blow. He actually replaces it with another Panzerwerfer. Not so sure if that was the wisest move here, to be honest. I feel he needs more tanks here versus Markov. And Markov, of course, just needs to bring in more T-35s. He could, of course, consider Katyusha instead. Panzer over there, still standing, sort of. Got it. We got the T-35s and the Panther 4 here, which is close to 82. We got Artillery Strike here on the centre. Pushing Markov's freshly quiet Pack 40 away. Sorry about the hiccups. Panther 4 the basically diving in here, right past the field guns, but still getting buttoned up here, giving the field guns just enough time to reposition, which could then destroy the Angry Dutchman Panther 4. Which could then leave him in a fairly awkward position, as is like his veteran Panther 4. And there we go, pop goes the Weasel, a failed support the tank with infantry, I think proved quite decisive there for Angry Dutchman. In the centre, we've got the Panther moving straight at the both T-35s, also veteran 2 now, but that still feels fairly lopsided. Also very lucky that Markov hasn't been more mining, or like done more mines here. Pack cleared out, leaving now Angry Dutchman just a Panther 4 here. And no anti-tank gun versus 2 T-35s backed up by multiple anti-tank. That feels a bit risky here. Panther barrage off there, causing some losses here for Markov's men, but not enough to, you know, break his morale or his spirit. Northern victory point claimed there. We got 295 versus 270. Pack destroyed, denying the Angry Dutchman any potential recapturing those anti-tank guns. I mean, he's going to have to try and somehow get his hands on the field guns or replace the Pack 40s himself. And right now, Angry Dutchman seems a bit strapped for manpower here versus Markov. Panther 4 goes for the kill again, and we got the field to the flank though. Good hit on the Panther 4. Max and all wiped out. Almost got the Panther 4 there, narrowly escapes. Ace low him mortar with 10 kills. And 1 guy. Engineers versus the air command squad here, quickly routing Markov's engineers to different northern points of the map. We got 273 versus 270, pretty close in terms of victory points. Pretty close. Katyusha there for Markov now. Panther being fixed up, choosing force healed. We got 263 versus 270. Markov's back to bleeding up the Angry Dutchman here. T-35 now being fixed up, ready to join the front line once more. Katyusha's halfway done here for Markov. Well placed rocket barrage here, but combined with her mortar could cripple the Angry Dutchman at the wrong time. And that's it. Ace Guardsman there, stop the MD42, preventing from setting up there. Excellent. Unless, of course, you are the Angry Dutchman. Handful of Guardsmen up, going to swing up. There's the Guards in the southeast, going for the Sun Victory field point here. Angry Dutchman launches a series of frantic no attacks here versus Markov. but none of them really have much strength behind them except the center one, which is backed up with the Panzer 1 and the Panzer 5. There's overall, I think, a notable lack of infantry from the Angry Dutchman versus Markov, a notable lack of infantry. Yeah, command provided by the T-35, which is near the ace level. And the center gun is right here by Markov. Mine stand from the Angry Dutchman feels a bit late. Meanwhile, Markov is just flooding munitions en masse. Going for the Stuka there. Thumbs up to the Angry Dutchman, but I think he should have gone for those much sooner here. 215 versus 270. Most of the map is now fairly under Markov's Soviet dominion. North Japan is caught with the T-35, which again is very close to the ace level here. Stug is almost done here for the Angry Dutchman. Almost. Near ace level here for the angriest of Dutchmen. T-35 that keeps up the rampage here against Markov. Heavy hits from both field guns could take out his Panzer IV there. Blitzing into the base here. Can he make it? Now got Katyusha barrage into the base. All the troops concentrated in one place. No, it's the Panzer barrage actually on the field guns. Not Katyusha barrage. But there you go. Now it arrives with the T-35 to spot for it. The rockets extra accurate here. And they're catching all of the Angry Dutchman men inside his base there. Panzer is knocked out. Stug gets arrived, but it's just too late. And with this, I think the Angry Dutchman is very much out of the war here. His forces are gone. That is GG, ladies and gentlemen. A hammer blow there to the Angry Dutchman's solar plexus there. I think at this point we're just waiting for the game to accept he's left. There we go. GG, game over. A loss for the Angry Dutchman, a victory for Markov. A fierce fight here with some nice back and forth action. Some good use of tanks, but I definitely feel like going tier 4 for Panzer and even going 2 of them I think was a mistake here by the Angry Dutchman. I think he should have committed some more medium armor and maybe some Panzer Grenadiers as well to put more pressure down him. I also think Markov could have laid down more mines and deployed some smoke, but I would say this was a pretty good match. So I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. And do consider pledging on Patreon or donating on PayPal. Links in the description. This is Imperial Cheers. Thank you for watching. Till tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.